My name is Alex. I am the manager of digital experience and programs at NC Tech. I am actually covering for Ben today. He typically leads these webinars. He is our membership services manager here at NC Tech. But so bear with me if I am kind of a little bit rusty today, but we will go ahead and get started. So this is NC Tech Digital 101. So we're going to cover some of the tools that members have online to make the most out of their membership. And we'll also save some time at the end for a Q&A, but we'll go over NC Tech online. So our just like our website and some of the resources on there, our internal like CRM association management tool, member info hub, and then NC Tech Connect, which is our online platform for like networking. It's similar to a LinkedIn. We'll go through that as well. All right, so we're going to start with NC Tech Connect. I'm just going to go through these slides and then I'll actually kind of poke around in some of these systems so you can get a little bit of a better picture of what's going on in them. But NC Tech Connect, as I mentioned, is our online social networking platform. It kind of functions as a combination of maybe like LinkedIn and Facebook. So folks can network with peers in our membership, share content, collaborate and socialize, and then join interest groups. Um, so I'm the lead on that if you have any questions after this call. And I will also send a follow-up email with the link on how to join that platform if you're a member of NC Tech. Next, we are going to cover the website, which has some cool tools on it, including a member directory, events calendar, membership toolkit, a place where you can see all the member discounts that are offered to NC Tech members, as well as I'll show you where the research that we conduct is located on the website, and then some of our talent offerings. And last but not least, we'll cover Member Info Hub. This is our um, association management tool where you can kind of do more of the logistical things surrounding your NC Tech membership. And so I'll show you kind of around that and show you how to get the most out of that tool as well. So from there, I'm actually going to switch over to um, these tools and actually show you kind of some, show you it in action. All right. So I'll start off with Member Info Hub. This is what it looks like when you're logged in. I'm logged into my Member Info Hub right now. So it's going to look a little bit different because I'm a staff member, but each person has different permissions. If you're the primary, you're able to see some of the billing information for your whole company. But if you're just a standard member, you'll just be able to see any billing information associated with your specific membership and kind of like there would be like registration bills if you have any. But this is what the homepage looks like. So it's just kind of a landing page for um, Member Info Hub. There's also a video on here to kind of go back to if you have any questions. I'll just go through the tabs on the left hand side over here and kind of just poke through them and give you a little bit of information. So this My Info tab is where you can update your like title if you would like, if you have a new email or if you would like to update with your personal email as well, you can do that. Um, and then you can also join groups from here as well, but I'll show you another place to do that. Um, Kind of gives you more information about your membership with NC Tech. We don't really use these related businesses or contacts. I mean, it'll show you like it's NC Tech is my related businesses. So if you have more than one, it'll show all of them here. And then also it just goes through who your colleagues are within, who are members, who are on the roster for your membership with NC Tech. So these are all my colleagues at NC Tech. So just show your colleagues. Next tab is the billing info. I don't have any bills right now, but if you're the primary, you'll see all the bills associated with your organization's membership. If you are not the primary on your organization's account, you will just see any bills associated with your specific membership. which is typically only really related to like registrations for signature events if you have any outstanding invoices. Here is where you can update your directory listing. So this is for your organization. So you can update like the social media, website, the main contact, email, and phone number, and then as well as a description of your organization. Pay attention to this category section over here. This is going to be to what people when they're looking at our directory online, you can update the categories here. And so on searches, like for example, like financial services, if you select that as a category, that will pop up when someone types that into the directory. So pay attention to that. It's a good way for people to find you if they're kind of looking for a specific vertical in our NC Tech member directory. Subscriptions is where you can opt in for distribution lists. So as you can see here, you can kind of just click on which distribution list you would like to join, and you'll get added to that. So we kind of try to keep communication specific to what they're related to. For example, our government vendor distribution list is specifically related to our government vendor network meetings that we have quarterly. So if you're interested in that, interested in getting involved with local government, um, that's an awesome list to be on, and you'll just get updates on that and anything else related to like local government and being a vendor for the local government. So check that out if you have any interest there. And you can kind of curate what communications you get. This is our event calendar. It's just another way to get logged in or get registered for events. Keep in mind for all of our signature events, members get a discounted rate, and you do need to log in through this member info hub to get the member rate. So just keep that in mind as you register for events. Member directory, this is just another place to see our member directory. This is also available at nctech.org. We have a connection there. So, and just some resources, I think these are just member press releases. Here are some of the member discounts. Right now, we just have the Business North Carolina one in Growth Zone, but we actually have more. I'll show you in a second on our nctech.org website. You can add member discounts here if you would like in this top right-hand corner. If your organization would like to offer any member discounts to NC Tech members, you can do that here. And then we also have a job board managed by my colleague, Andrea Fleming. You can add jobs here and also look at jobs posted by NC Tech members. All right, so that is Member Info Hub. Think we're going to go to NC Tech Connect now. So NC Tech Connect, I'm on the home page right now. It is a online platform for all of our members to interact with each other, share content, and just stay up to date with NC Tech stuff. So here's the home page where a lot of folks will introduce themselves. You can see here that Elizabeth introduced herself. And then I post like a weekly Connect roundup. They kind of invested in NC Tech things as well as just the tech sector in North Carolina as a whole. And then you can also on the side here see all the groups I'm in. You can join groups. If you're in NC Tech leadership, we have leadership groups for like our board of advisors, board of directors, ambassadors, as well as interest groups. Like you can see here, women in tech, tech innovation, talent, all that good stuff. So it's a great way to connect with other folks, other members in NC Tech, and just kind of stay a little bit more involved. I'm going to scroll down all the way to the bottom here. You can actually, I have some open messages clearly, or some unopened messages clearly here. I need to check, but you can message folks. You can see that Ben has been using me as an example in past digital 101s. You message anyone that is on this platform, or hey Ben, through there. So it's kind of cool. We have about 1,300 folks right now on this platform. So it's a good resource to have. That's pretty much it with NC Tech Connect. I'm just going to move on to the website now and show you a couple of things on there. So this is our homepage. here you can kind of just, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory a little bit. You could just kind of navigate through the different panels here. Big thing I wanted to mention, I do events and programming. So if you ever want to check out all the events we have going on, I'm constantly updating this events calendar here. You can see everything that we have going on and also filter by location, or you can just search events. You can also look at past events if you would like to kind of just get a sense of what we all have done in the past as well. I wanted to go through some of these membership things. So here's this member directory. It's a little bit, looks a little bit better than it does in Member Info Hub. So this is what I was talking about and why you should pay attention to those categories, because we kind of group all our members by categories to just help with navigation. Um, but if, yeah, I'm just going to click on banking and finance. It'll kind of give you a lowdown of all the financial institutions we have as members of NC Tech, so it's pretty cool. But this is directly linked to those directory listings that you can edit in Member Info Hub, so that's why it's important to keep those updated. Let me see. Let me go under resources here. So we do have a blog that we publish. We do like guest blogs, executive voices, member spotlights. So if you want to do a blog or do a blog on behalf of your organization, get in touch with Michaela Smith. She's our marketing and communications manager. She can give you more information about that. It's Michaela at nctech.org. You can find all our emails under About and NC Tech Team. So you can kind of just see what all we do. There's Michaela right there. They'll have our email under Read More. Next, I wanted to go to this marketing toolkit. So here's where you can find, actually, it gives you more information about submitting a blog. And then it gives you some of our, if you want to kind of post that you're NC Tech member, there's some graphics there, and then you can follow us on social media. Here's our member discounts. As I mentioned, we have a little bit more than what's shown in Member Info Hub, but if you have anything, feel free to submit that through Member Info Hub. Also, if you see this little pop-up here, this is if you have any questions. We have a chat bot that's managed by my colleague Jana. If you have any kind of questions as you're poking through online. And then this is our research page. We do a bunch of research throughout the year, and that's managed by my colleague Andrea. Our biggest report of the year is the NC State Technology Industry Report and State Rankings, which kind of compares North Carolina's tech sector to other states, as well as kind of compares metros within our own state. So it's a really cool piece of research that we do, and you can view the report here or the key findings, kind of like the insights of what came from this year's report. I believe, and we also do a quarterly leadership poll where we poll around 400 tech leaders around the state, and here are the findings for that. As I mentioned before, we have a job board. It's managed by my colleague, Andrea. You can click on it here. You can add job postings through Member Info Hub. And if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Andrea at nctech.org. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go back to the slideshow now. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and LinkedIn. We're most active on LinkedIn, so definitely give us a follow on there. We have a lot of cool stuff going on with just kind of member news, event news, all that good stuff. So LinkedIn is definitely our biggest platform, which makes sense. If you have any questions about NC Tech Connect, the online social networking platform, only for members, I'm the lead on that. Anything with Member Info Hub, reach out to Ben for that one. And then Ben also can just point you into the direction. If you have any question about NC Tech, Ben can point you in the right direction there. He's our just he's our guy in charge of making sure that members get the most out of their NC Tech membership. So reach out to him with any questions and he can get you the information you might need. Doesn't look like we have any other questions or anything, so I will end the webinar, but thank y'all for joining us today. And I be on the lookout for that follow-up email with just some additional links. And if you have any questions, reach out to me or Ben, and we'd be more than happy to answer them. But have a good one, y'all.